This is the first YouTube of 2025. My name is Faye Justins, and today I'm going to be showing you a very beginner friendly base makeup. I say base because it's the one that I struggled the most with when I was starting makeup, and so yeah, a beginner friendly base makeup. There you go. So first thing first, I use moisturizer. I use a very heavy thick cream moisturizer, and I do not use a primer because I just think skincare is better. And yeah, I'm the firm believer that if you have very good skincare, you could be fine. Sorry, I'm just gonna be looking over here just because my mirror is over here. The combination is dry, and we're in Europe right now, and it's super cold and dry, and the air is dry, so I'm just using a lot of cream. I'm gonna start with brows. For my brows, I will be using the Refine. This is amazing. I love it so much. And I'm gonna be combing upwards direction, just like trying to lift everything from the roots. I'm gonna make them dry up a little bit because then we can add our brow pencil. When you want to do a good base, as a beginner, I'm not gonna color correct as much. I would color correct if I was a pro. But at the beginning, I'm not gonna color correct. I definitely would recommend this palette I have. It's a Makeup Forever Professional palette. It looks like this. I have my shade in Deep, and I especially like it just because it has this shades you can play with. Right, I'm gonna take a closer video for you guys to see. It's got this shades you can play with. You can see that it's really used. Like, I've used a lot on this pan. I concentrate on these two shades and a little bit of this shade. This one I haven't touched because I don't use it. It's to my skin tone, and I mean, I could definitely mix it up, but this is beginner friendly, so I'm focused on this one and this three here. Now, the way this amazing palette works is that it gives you a darker shade, a mid-tone, and lighter shade. I oscillate between the mid-tone and the darker shade and the lighter shade. Just these two shades right here, because the mid-tone is my exact specific skin color, but a little bit lighter. And when we're doing beginner makeup, for you to feel confident, like you're not overdoing anything, is to first, what I do, I first put like a light, almost the same shade as my skin tone, and then on top of that I put a lighter shade. Maybe it's easier if I show you. The next step is then I use the very close to my skin tone concealer, and then I add a little bit of the brightening concealer. So using the middle shade that I showed you, I am going to start. You can see how close to my skin tone it is, but just a tad lighter, right? You probably couldn't tell that I'm wearing concealer, and that is how I like it, especially if I'm just starting. I don't want to have all this, brightening under eye. Also because I feel like I would be intimidated by it, right? Like, I would feel awkward, right? So I'm just doing that, blending that out. Then I'm going to be putting the lighter shade I used, and then boop, you see? Start closest to your eye, because this is the darkest part of your eye. I always say, put it at this side, which is your darkest area, and then you just blend. And I'm always starting with concealer first, just so it gives it the opportunity to like dry up, and you just blend. Now this is not a good blend, but I'm going to show you. Now you see that my concealer is starting to come up to my nose, so I can already bring all of this concealer up here, so I prep for my nose contour. Okay, can you see that? Yeah, okay. So I'm just then going to take the concealer to this area of my eyes, which is what we are essentially trying to cover. We're trying to cover the fact that I have dark under eyes, right? And using a concealer wouldn't cover it normally, but remember I already used the brown shade close to my skin tone. That covers it. So I'm just gonna add this step on top of it, right? Okay, conceal, 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 conceal. Now, because we have not added foundation, we have so much, which is why it's important to do concealer first. Because we have not added foundation, we have so much space to play with, right? Because if we add foundation, we can blend this anyhow, any way we want to. But because sometimes we add foundation first and then we do concealer, we end up having patchy blend of our concealer. So I don't know if that makes sense. Hope that makes sense. So I'm just going to take it as close as I can to give me that bright look. Okay, gonna move to this side so you can see the side. Now, if you're feeling adventurous, this is a good, perfect blend for my concealer. Now, you remember that I haven't done my brows yet, so I could either, now you can choose to do your foundation next or your brows next. Now, I would choose to do my brows next, because the idea is I would let this still, I know it's still, I'll let it marinate a little bit more, okay? And now I'll do my brows. I am struggling for my life with this brow pencil because I'm not trying to buy more expensive brow pencil. See how tiny it is. This is the Wycon Cosmetic brow pencil. I tried to get a new one of this, but it's out of stock. The reason we use a brow, what's it called? A brow primer, a brow gel first, is so that we can do less work later when we are filling in our brows. And now to fill in my brows, I just do this. 1 minute and we're done. Now, I have overlined this brow a little bit, but I'm gonna show you how to fix that. Using the same palette we have, I'm gonna use that shade that is very similar to my skin tone, and I'm just gonna clean my brows. We have used one shade, and I'm gonna do the same thing to the next one. This next one is, oh, this is my most perfect brows. Now, if you've got great brows, you don't have to do this step, right? Okay. Gonna get to the lighter shade of the concealer we were using and do again the same thing. Oh, this is a bit too light. Do the same thing with, right. Okay, good. Now you have foundation, and foundation is really important for this step. I normally use 1 or 2 pumps of foundation, but I'm going to be using 1 this time. And I like this Makeup Forever thing because it's just a perfect way of putting foundation. Good. Okay, we're here. Foundation. We are going to be taking, I'm going to do a separate part for different brush, but I'm going to take our brush. This is our foundation brush, and if you're a beginner, I want you to get the stippling foundation brush. It makes the whole difference, because what we get to do is that we get to press our foundation to our, press the brush to our foundation. So we try to like that around whatever flat surface you've got. It can be the back of your hand, it can be this in my case, but the back of hand is mostly easier. Okay, so stippling foundation, we are basically pressing it to our skin, and that gives us this almost airbrush kind of look, if you see what I mean. And that's what all we're doing, we're stippling it. So take more and just press to your skin, press it down all your skin, take it to your ears. But because we haven't done anything to our concealer yet, we still have the time to like make the both thing marinate together. Now, for me to do that, you could either take a beauty blender, which I do have, I'm gonna go wet, and then you just use this beauty blender and then mix everything together. Get the butt of your foundation, of your beauty blender, take off all the excess water, you don't want it wet, and you just press this to your skin, which is the same thing we did before. This will take off all the excess foundation you have on your skin, but more so, it will help you marinate both together. I'm gonna do this first for my foundation, and then I'm gonna do the same thing for my concealer. And for the concealer, it's really just light taps. Because what happens is sometimes we tap too hard, we go to take off the concealer we kept in the first place, right? Just light, 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 light. Now, I don't conceal immediately like most people do. So the next product I have that I'm gonna put on is my blush. Blush is, for me, the girl. Like, blush is important for me. And for blush, if you're a black girly like me, I would always recommend an orange brush. Now, I have the House Lab, but I also have the Curve Case. This is cheaper because it's got a set. And I have the House Lab, and this is like the orange blush. A little goes a long way, and I really literally mean a little. Even that is too much. Now, oh gosh, let's do this together. This is a lot already. Just tiny, 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 tiny bit of blush. Get a blush brush, which can be a brush that looks like this, or it can be a brush that looks like this, but it's tape. I don't know, is it dome shaped? I don't know the terminology. I just know what works for me. It's like this shape of brush, right? And you use it to like swipe, or in this case it's a bit fluffy, and you use it to just like, because remember, we haven't set our foundation, we have not set our concealer yet. So everything you're gonna do is gonna be super light, tapping motion. You and tapping are best friends now. Tapping, tapping, tapping. See how it gives you this amazing flush, but it does not overpower. Perfect. Same thing other side. Now we set everything. Yes, I need more over here, just a little bit more, so I love orange blush on brown skin, because it just, especially in the morning when you are not awake, it instantly wakes your skin up, and you look like you are just waking up from, you slept on the beach and you're just waking up from like the most gorgeous tan. I love, love, love orange blush on my skin tone. And this is it. Now we set. And setting for me is almost as important as the foundation itself. Now, I use two things to set. You can use one, you can use two, whatever you like, right? I use the Huda Beauty Kunafa setting powder. I have a lighter one, but I don't use it daily. So a little bit of powder. And I do not set with, I don't set with a beauty blender or anything. I set with a brush. If I can find said brush. Okay, I set with the Morphe brush. This is a Morphe brush, and I prefer setting with a brush. I use a brush and then I use the puff, but the brush is amazing because the brush, I make sure like my brush is filled up with setting powder, tap off the excess, and then it's very light, very precise. I know where I'm going, what I'm doing. I set this on the eye part first, because at the end that's what I want to do. Take some more brush, some more setting powder, and then I set this other part again. Same part, different. And that's how I set my blush, my concealer. Now I could either do this, I could do this just after I put my concealer, and I wouldn't have like my concealer wouldn't have sit in the creases here, but I don't mind them sit in the creases, not because nobody comes to you and like go like that, but I prefer having everything blended out first before I add a powder to the mix. And yeah, you can do it in between and then put your blush and whatever, but I don't, and I was taught to do that from makeup school, but I don't actually like that. I was taught that the concealer is the first thing that is set, and I know all the theories behind that, but I don't like it. I don't like it. So you can do what you please with that information. You can either do it as soon as you do concealer, set that baby up and she's ready to go, and then put blush and whatever, which I guess if I only set this part of my face with concealer, then I can put everything else, but I don't feel like it. I don't like doing that. But anyways, so this is the first set, and the first set goes with, I feel like this is becoming complicated, but this is the first set. So I've just set my face, not going to do anything else. Set my face, and I'm going to do contour. So you normally go for a bronzer or contour, depending on the mood you're going for, right? So if you want a contour, you like want a slick look, you go for contour. If you want a bronzer, you want to just look flushed and beautiful, and I think that works a lot with this look that we're going for, this very beginner makeup friendly, that goes super well. I'm gonna get my Pat McGrath contour bronzer, and I'm gonna bronze with it. Or you can use a bronzer that look like this. This is a deeper shade, and I appreciate this palette very much. This is from Juvia's Space. Very, very old. You can tell how old it is. But I'm gonna use a contour. I'm gonna use my Pat McGrath, and I'm gonna set my blush. Now, setting your blush is important because it's liquid, or it's, in this case, it's cream, and if you don't set it like a powder, it will go everywhere. So you have to set it, and I use my Juvia's Space to set it. This orange shade here, you can see I've hit the pan. I actually have to buy this again. I'm gonna get a brush. This is any brush would do at this point, and you just smile, you set it, so it becomes less shiny and more like, oh, I love this. Why did I stop? So set the bronzer, I'm sorry, set the blush. Now we have to think of bronzers. I love this shade for bronzing. Bronzing, that's the word, bronzing. I love this shade for bronzing because it's like a deep purple shade. It's a deep purple shade that it's giving almost what's it called, maroon, deep maroon purple. There's gonna be a video on this here, and I love this shade so much. So I'm gonna mix these two together because that's what we do, we mix things together. Also because makeup is fun. It's meant to be fun. You're meant to experience so many different things. And you're meant to mix and match. You're meant to create magic with makeup. It's not all, I want to look glam, I want to look like obviously you want to look glam, but you don't want to like, you also have to experiment, because if you don't experiment, you will discover new things. Get in a blush, get in a brush. Now for brush, I would normally go in for this brush. This brush is a very, very, very old brush. This is a Morphe or a Sigma, I can't remember which it is, but I'm guessing from the shape I think it's a Morphe. And I'm just gonna get my bronzer, and I'm just gonna bronze everywhere on my face. Now the bronzer goes to the deep part of your face like this. The bronzer goes to the parts where you want to create shadows, and shadows are important because that's what gives you the look. Because everywhere here is light, you need the bronzer to give you like a dark part, so your face is a bit it's sculptured, right? You understand this, right? Okay, good. And I'm just gonna use the bronzer, and I actually also have another NARS bronzer, but for the life of me, it's been 2 weeks I've been searching for it. I can't find it, so I don't know where it is. But I would normally go use the NARS and this. I normally go in, use the NARS and the Juvia's Space. For Juvia, I'm going to take a tad bit and just work it at the outer line of my foundation, of my bronzer, because the Juvia is deeper and it's going to give me this shadow that I want without overpowering my face. Get a clean foundation and just get a clean brush and just work that into my skin. And now we're gonna do my least favorite part, a nose contour. Now a nose contour, you could either do it I'm going to use a bronzer obviously. Because I've helped myself before and I have added like I kept the concealers a lot around my nose. Using a dark contour shade like this one, the Pat McGrath, and then just trying to line up my nose is going to be very easier. It's going to be easier than, see, I'm going to clean this off. So I've done my nose contour now. Super easy, super duper easy. And I'm going to go with a light setting powder, just really light. Just put it here. And because I have the contour shade at the end, it's going to create this magic trick of contouring my nose without actually contouring my nose. Okay, just gonna leave that to sit a while. Now, we've contoured, we've done the blush, we've done everything. Now we're gonna go to part 2 of using powder. This is the part 2 of using powder, and I can skip a lot of steps, but I never skip this step. This powder is from the magnificent Charlotte Tilbury, and you can see I've also hit pan in this one because it's really good. If there's something I would definitely say I spend my money on, is this one. This is in the shade 4, I think. Yes, it is. And I'm just going to put that on this part of my face. So I'm going around like areas of my face. I think I don't get really oily, but just areas of my face I think I'm gonna be a bit oily. Take the same powder, I'm going to just a tad bit reverse contour. I'm gonna reverse contour and just a tad bit here and here, right? I'm gonna put the foundation, I'm gonna put the powder also on my eyes because I'm not gonna do any eye look. Obviously we're not gonna do any eye look because, you know, we're beginners, and even just a normal mascara at this point is great because we've done a base, we've done contour and foundation, and even a nose contour, which is amazing. And so we're not doing any eye look, we're just going to use a plain old mascara. And mascara is great, especially if you've got my lashes. If you don't have my lashes, I'm sorry, there's nothing you can do about that. You can't have everything. But if you have lashes like mine that are really terrible, to be honest, but they actually, and they so my lashes are really, but because I can never get lashes to sit on them because they're extremely curved. So terrible lashes for falsies, but great lashes for mascara. Step 1, mascara. When you keep doing your mascara, look to a mirror and just raise your eyes and mascara away. I love this Sephora mascara. Do you see how they all clamp together? Like they're going on a mission. So I don't know what kind of what. Yes, this is my lashes because they're extremely curved. Now for lips. You've got lip balm, lip gloss, lip whatever you want to do. I'm gonna use 2 things. I always use first of all a pencil. Obviously you can see a pencil. It's a lip balm that I actually like a lot. It elevates my lips so much. I love this shit. See? A lip balm. A lip treatment, like I say. And on my lip treatment, I'm gonna put a gloss. I'm gonna line my lips with. It's easier to line your lips when you have a product on than when you don't have anything. And this will be my actual finished look. Like this is what I wear to work almost every day, without the mascara because I don't like mascaras. I don't highlight. I would do some highlighting, but baby highlighting. If I wanted to do highlighting, I would do like NARS Cheeky Bronze finish, no eyes finish, which we know is not really highlighting because it's just, it's NARS. I think there's a lot, but okay, then I'm gonna take away the this is my finished look. I look bomb as fuck, and this is very, very easy steps, super easy steps. We use not a lot of materials. The only thing that was difficult about this was I think where the the powders, right? That was the only difficult thing I did, powders. And this is your final look. Well, thank you so much for watching my video, my first ever video on YouTube. If you've reached here and you actually like this, which I'm hoping you do, please subscribe to my channels, all my channels, Instagram, TikTok. Red note is coming. I'm hoping I see you guys soon in my next one. Thank you so much. Bye.